your hatred.
You don't have to kill a Jedi.
Well, you have to
just have
You
to
can
get
lead
a
your
crystal.
own.
Yeah.
I know Darth Maul. He bleeded his, and then like he meditated with it to the point where he said it was like as weightless as like fucking a feather.
Anyway, let's go and get started with the game, since we have Red back.
Yeah, sorry. Thing I was expecting to happen earlier waited till exactly 6.
It's all good. Did anyone want to give a recap?
Manic minecart.
Yeah, the party began sailing away from Bereahard and had an uneventful 3 days. Since Atsaru is a relatively safe place, Merrick began teaching some of the Goblin crew to sail, so that he can rest in between trips. A new alchemist joined the crew and began prodding everyone for their backstory. The crew looked into the bag gifted to Merrick by Lambert and discovered a vial of strange black ichor. While it radiated magic, no one knew what it was. The most we could find out is that Torvald sensed a loose connection to shadow magic. We were also made aware of some rumors in Hallow's Way of an old treasure left by a pirate. And after some small shenanigans in town to find the old wizard, we headed towards Alphonse's mines. And instead of being able to speak with him, we became sidetracked by a wagon because Torvald wished to ride it. And riding the wagon in, we did some combat with some giant worms, and they were dispatched rather easily.
Alright, yeah, I'll give you a hero point for that. Thank you. Huzzah. Alright, and we'll start today's session in Alphonse Tower. I spent about 30 minutes getting back. Alphonse did not want to really talk more in the mine since there might be more worms. And he's going to need a proper force to actually take care of it. So after a bit of time, y'all reach the front of Alphonse Tower, and he'll say, "Alright, let's go inside. I have some medical equipment if y'all really need it. Not much, but it's something. Just follow me." And he'll go ahead and start walking up his little tower.
I will wait for the rest of the party to follow.
I'll follow him in.
Okay.
Same.
He'll kind of
I'll follow.
fiddle with his keys, unlock the door, and go inside, leave the door open for everyone to walk inside. He'll quickly go in, start making some tea. Alright, so I assume there was a reason you were looking for me, and not just wanting to see the Grand Alphonse. I mean, that's a good enough reason, but I assume it's something more.
Torvald will push Rhaegar on towards him.
Yes. I've heard tales of some of your adventures. Are you willing to speak of one in particular involving what lies beneath?
Oh, not many people believe me when I talk about that one. But I suppose I can share that tale if you're interested. Here. And, tea finishes, he'll lay out cups. Anybody want any?
Please.
I will wait for someone else in the party to drink it first.
He'll make as many cups as people wants.
Torvald will raise a hand and ask for some.
Okay. He'll give tea to everyone who wishes for one. As you kind of look around, this tower is small, but it is cozy. You can see a few like hang planters of plants and everything to make this feel like a home. He'll sit down. Alright, suppose I should speak of my story. Well, you see, I was always interested about the massive cloud and what's below it. In fact, I was so interested that I learned magic to do so. Whenever I was old enough and had some money, I was able to get my own ship to start doing tests. I would constantly go into the cloud layer and slowly find out everything I could about what is below.
Kiza?
Rip, rip, rip.
No! Are we good now?
We are now.
That's
I heard
wonderful.
no.
Alright, where did I cut off?
Basically, as soon as you started talking, after, like you said, Alphonse said he got a ship, and then that's the last I heard.
Okay, cool. Yes, whenever, I had enough money, I got myself a little skipper to do some tests. I would go right on the cloud layer, sometimes below, just to see how far. Of course, I didn't test it with myself. I would bring equipment, see if I could pull it back after a bit. I found out that the absolute limit before you are lost forever is 120 feet. No more, no less. Below the cloud surface, obviously.
And what happens after 120 feet?
Well, that's what I found out on one fateful day. My measurements were off, and before I knew it, half my ship were consumed past the absolute point, and I was consumed with it. After falling a short while, all I remember was just a black void, and then waking up in what you could really be considered a paradise. It was jungles, it was plains, it was everything. I didn't know where I was at, so I looked around, I explored a bit, but any spells I tried to cast to find where I'm at or where to go just fizzled out. It was like it was absorbed. However, I felt like I was being watched, and I tried to evade whoever it was, but one night when I was camping, they approached me, a man in black robes. He asked me, how did I survive? You mortals know you shouldn't be here. I was shocked. I don't know what he was talking about. I told him I just fell, and I don't know where this place is, and he responded curiously. I suppose the mortals forgot about the cage. That matters not. Be gone. I'm too busy to keep talking. And he flicked his hand up and sent me skybound. I woke up a bit on a uninhabited island. Luckily, I was able to get a ship back to some civilization, and I started researching. What did he mean by the cage? What is he? What is all of that? I did research for about 2 decades. I couldn't find much about the cage. I couldn't find anything about it. However, I did find something else interesting. It's not directly related to my story, but I assume you would like to hear about it.
Of course, please go on.
You see, I wasn't able to find anyone else coming back from the void, but I did hear about a man, a scientist, inventor, who said he brought something back. He never spoke of what it was. His name was Atsaru City. I never heard of him. I looked into what he did, what he does, and I wasn't able to find out what it was. However, I can confidently assure that a lot of organizations approached him asking him what it is. I don't know who except for one. That was the Siren government, I believe. You see, I found countless personal letters assigned outside of that region about big government ships escorting a man that fit Zekar's description. Of course, you know what happened to that country.
Do I know what happens in that country?
That country fell below the clouds, Sean, how long ago would you say that happened?
For my character, probably give or take 6 years ago. I think we're gonna go 6. Wait, how old is my character?
About 6, possibly a decade. It's a little fuzzy. It made big waves around the world, and not many people or really anyone got out of there. It was just the continent that sunk below the clouds. No one knows who caused it. No one.
It was 9 years ago.
Okay, 9 years.
This is troubling. DM, who who would have the closest relationship with that country? Like, what other countries would have the closest ties?
With that country specifically, roll me a society. Oh, I'm on the wrong one.
Society incoming, please hold.
I am holding.
Oh, come on. Whatever.
My turn
17.
too.
You can roll it. It will be much easier for you. Oh, hello. Oh, that was that. Okay. You roll me. Yeah. You don't know for sure, though. You know the closest one is the Dravel region. However, Rue, you know, this was your country. But you were supposed to inherit this country, at least. You know that the Dravel region has a very close tie with the country. In fact, one of your cousins actually married into their royalty. You don't know if any other of your family or noblemen were able to actually leave. Most of them were busy with what happened before it fell.
Okay.
Does Rue mention any of this or keep quiet?
I will choose to mention this.
Alright. Rageron will nod and say, very well. I had a similar experience to you.
Oh. Go on.
Back in the early days, I was, how to put it, a mercenary of a sort. A bounty hunter, probably be closer. Out on a mission, I had a nasty accident, took a fall. When I awoke, I saw much the same as you. However, I'd never heard about the cage part of that.
One second. Yeah.
Does that include your +2 already?
Sorry about that.
What's +2?
Your +2 from doing risky surgery.
+2, +14.
Yeah, it says it applied it.
Yeah, it's in there.
So it is in there. I just wanted to make sure.
I rolled a 4.
All right.
Yeah, but I was just making sure if it wasn't included, that would have succeeded.
Yep.
All right. Dreckham, what'd you say? Sorry, someone came at my door right at the moment.
Oh, you're good. I said basically the same thing happened to me, only difference being I never got to hear about the cage.
He'll go into more detail of what the man looked like to him. It matches your description, spot on. Does it... Same man. Did you ask him anything? Were you able to ask him anything?
No. Basically found me and immediately banished me from paradise.
Well, this man, this person, this figure, he's certainly interesting. Well, that was my story. I don't know if it helped you any.
It's beginning to give me clarity. I now know something else I need to look for. Something about a cage.
Yes. I wish you luck there. I couldn't find anything in 2 decades, but at the same point, he'll kind of present himself. Like just the, I'm old, I've been old. Maybe something a spry young person can find.
Indeed. Although I will ask, where did you look exactly? Might as well not retread old work.
I was mostly within the Madaeus region. At least that's where I came from. I moved here after a while because just wanted to get out of there. Especially when I was doing my research, at least.
Of course, of course.
So I came here and I settled down. That was about 10 years ago. I spent the other 10 trying to get whatever books I can from Atsaru City or even the Bear Horde, but it's only so much I can do being old.
Of course. Did you ever attempt to directly contact the Sojourners?
Sojourners? No. I didn't believe in either of them, to be honest. So I didn't bother. And even when I tried to publish my story, no one ever listened or took me seriously.
I am curious, though. I feel like perhaps some of their records may have helped you.
Perhaps, but I didn't want to get a bad narrative tainting my discoveries.
Interesting.
So I didn't rely on them, and I didn't rely on Banner if they're even still around.
You've given me more questions than answers. But, hint you have given me. For that, I appreciate you.
I mean, it's the least you can do. You helped me back there.
Of course.
Now, is there anything you found out? I know I'm old, but I'm an inquisitive person. He pours another cup of tea for himself and you. And anyone else who wishes.
Did you, if I remember correctly, you did post exactly what all those paintings meant, right?
Correct. That would be in the session recap. Well, not session recap, it's campaign synopsis. Oh, I think I posted it. Let me double check.
I think it was in there. Hold on.
There you go. If you're talking about the librarian stuff.
Okay. Alright, yeah, then I'll look at him and say, well, if it satisfies your own curiosity, I've been searching for answers and clues for a while. Me and a team of like-minded individuals. I found a mural and we translated some of its meanings. Apparently, it speaks to a great apocalypse. It was apparently all but lost until a wizard named Madaeus saved the world by sending it into the sky. Perhaps this is the cage we're hearing of. However, it doesn't seem as though an apocalypse is what lies beneath the clouds.
Probably something else now. Or something else entirely. Riley! Stop it!
Indeed.
But then again, if we don't know what's below it, who knows what counts as an apocalypse. Stop.
We may be one of the few who have first-hand experience with what does lie beneath.
Yes. I'm glad I could find someone else that's like me. And perhaps you can find more. Though it sounds like whatever it was doesn't happen often if it's only just us two. Maybe there's more, but I don't know. I couldn't find anyone else.
Perhaps we can find something. I have a few ideas myself, but to be determined. You wouldn't happen to have a notebook of some of your findings and research, would you?
Of course, I try and post it, but most academics don't care much for it. And get up and start rummaging a bit. Somewhere around here. He'll pull out a what seemed like a dense research journal. This has most of what I've been trying to find. I have notes of all the books I tried to source information from, and here he'll put down like a little bag. These are all the letters I mentioned talking about that man going to the certain government. You want to double check what I found. Of course, that might not interest you much.
You wouldn't happen to have a copy of this I could take with me, would you?
The letters or the research journal?
Yes, both.
Just take it. I'm getting too old to continue looking for that answer.
I
You'll.
think you...
Oh, yeah, you look at him. He's 80, maybe pushing up to like 90. He is old.
Alright, what the fuck is going on?
What's up with my dice?
What?
Dax, are you messing with my shit?
Yeah.
I was looking at him like, what's happening?
You are giga frightened. I'll look down and say, I thank you very much. If I ever find the answers we've both searched for, I'll be sure to come find you.
I hope so. Now, is there anything else I can help you with? I am a pretty esteemed wizard. I know a lot.
Would you happen to know anything about the treasure on this island, then?
I know a little bit, but I never searched for it myself. You see, he's chuckling to himself. Are you wanting to be treasure hunters like the people a few decades ago?
More like my father, but close enough.
Well, I guess I'm gonna speak of another tale. How much do you know of Claire Deadshot Mahler?
That she left a treasure on this island.
About it, really. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. If you hear,
Meanwhile, Zalith's in the back, almost killing party members.
Sitting there performing like bloody surgeries in the background. Torvald's just screaming.
Yeah.
I got the mix slightly wrong, okay?
Yeah, if you had failed again, Torvald was just gonna clock you.
Why did you mess with my stats? I was just vibing. I'm like, what's happening?
Anyway. Shit, sorry, I lost. Where was that? Yes. Claire, Deadshot as everyone called her. She was a mean marksman. And also a fearless leader to that as well. Though she used it to, terrorize the populace, steal what she wanted. Though she did run with a crew of a few others.
Riley, stop!
Though, that crew was just as deadly as she was. Probably a little bit less. As you know, she hid her great treasure hoard somewhere here. And of course, people came here to see what the fuck was up with that. No one found it, though we did find a clue, I suppose. As you might or might not know, Holloway's been uninhabited until a few decades now, mostly due to the fact that the monsters here are pretty deadly. As you saw with those cave worms, that is a somewhat common occurrence down below. All around here are giant, I guess what you consider to be a monolith, about 10, 20 feet in height and pretty big, all things considered. It's like a black marble with strange purple runes all over. People were able to tell that these runes come from Dwarvish, Elvish, Sylvan, Infernal, and some Jotun. Except it's not like the actual language, but maybe a cipher of some sort. Of course, no one could make much headway on it.
Here, Torvald's good at ciphers.
Oh, maybe you can make some headway there.
Oh, he stepped away. Never mind.
Merrick, on the other hand, will go, I do know a great many languages.
No, if you're savvy, maybe you can decipher them. But about 5, 6-ish all over Hollow's Way, of course. There could be more, and people just don't know of it. Some of them are pretty well hidden, but some built their outpost in it, and many of those outposts turned to villages and towns. You know how people live their life. Though, suppose I talked about the clues. Do you want to hear of her actual backstory, or do you not care much? I don't think it has much pressing matters to it, but I don't mind speaking more if you want me to.
If it's particularly interesting, I guess I can stand another story, but at the same time, if you don't think it's helpful, it doesn't matter one way or the other, then.
Of course, I never search for it, so perhaps it is useful, and I just don't know. Well?
Maybe come back and see if useful later.
Perhaps. I'm sure you could probably find a book about her if you really want to know her backstory.
Thank you for the offer, anyway.
Though, I will bring up that her crew is obviously dead, except for one man. His name's Davlin Greyaxe. Almost a lot of people in this party had been to Atsaru City one way or another, correct?
Probably.
Think so.
Definitely for me.
Y'all know that Davlin is like a guild leader for a very famous artisans guild in Atsaru City. Well, the only reason why he's alive because he turned traitor and was able to bring in Deadshot. So I don't know, maybe he has clues, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people already bombarded him with questions. So who knows if he actually has any.
Dog.
See. Do you need to go to Atsaru City anyway?
Well, good luck getting anything out of him because he's been pestered for 2 decades. Questions relating to that.
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
So how much bulk is like a person?
It depends on their size. I think a medium.
There's a table for it.
There's a table. I think a medium's like 8.
8? Okay.
Plus all the shit they're carrying.
That too. But that's about all I really have. Just thought that one might be prevalent. Alright. Well, it's getting decently late, so I will be heading to bed here soon. Is there anything else you need my services for? I still owe you probably a bit more, but I'm all ears if you have any questions.
I'm afraid you gave me more questions that evidently you cannot answer. So.
Can you create +2 runes?
No.
You cannot create 2nd grade runes?
I cannot. I was not a crafter, I was a caster.
That's unfortunate.
Be done. Torvald stands and leaves.
Fair enough.
Rue will say thank you and also follow behind Torvald.
So Alyssa will just leave. We'll just walk out without really paying attention.
I'll give him a nice bow and leave.
I'll take the letters in the notes in my left hand and walk up and shake his hand before leaving.
Okay. As you shake his hand, I assume it's just probably you, because Brooke is not here, so I assume he left. He will go up to you and say, "Though be careful. I don't know why, but I feel like there's something dangerous relating to that.
The letters?
Everything. Everything relating to what's below those clouds."
Believe me, I've gathered as much as that at this point. Didn't take a genius.
Yes, but sometimes the reminder's nice. So if you continue this path, I wish you luck. I would love to know. I'm still curious about it. Neil kind of chuckled to himself.
I will be as careful as I can.
What's your name again? I don't think I ever caught it.
Regeron.
Regeron. Well, I wish you luck, Regeron.
Thank you.
He'll kind of sit back, finish his tea with a slight smile.
Riley! Stop it.
Alright, and everyone leaves Alphonse's tower. It's decently late, but I wouldn't consider it like midnight. Probably like evening, 5 to 6 maybe.
Okay. I wasn't here last session. Do we actually have an inn or anything? Or
Yes, there's a very small inn here.
I actually don't remember the name of it. What's the name of it?
Let me double check.
I was joking.
No, I'm gonna give you the fucking name. Give me a little bit. This is what you get. The Dry Rum Inn.
Are there any like health potion shops anywhere nearby?
No. This is a small little, not even really a village.
I have a new mixture I want to try.
A new what?
Procedure.
Where's good?
Sorry, what was that?
Exactly.
He said he's good.
Oh, okay.
Rue values his life too much. Dax, what are you doing?
I think Dax is forgetting something.
Rue wishes to be free.
I knew. I just
There you go.
don't care as long as you don't mess with me when we're in the combat.
Alright. What were you saying? Delista? Saying something about a procedure?
Oh, Rue doesn't want my help.
Rue would. I fear that you're just gonna kill him.
I don't have to use the unorthodox procedure if you are really that worried.
Fine, do it.
I'm expecting one.
Oh no.
Did that go through?
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't think I had a character selected.
That would explain it.
Oh, this brings up another question. If I die, does my shadow just throw up all the items I have?
I would say yeah.
Okay.
That could have been a crit success.
Could've, would've been a...
Do I gain 21 health?
Yes.
With some treat runes, y'all leave the wizard tower a bit healthier than y'all were.
It's covered in blood, though, his entire tower.
He didn't seem to mind much.
yo,
He probably has prestidigitation. Or I'll enchant a broom to clean it for him.
He is a wizard after all.
Just as long as he doesn't send the enchanted broom to go get water, we're fine.
Okay, I think we're returning to the end.
I do believe.
All right.
Or were we staying in our boat? I can't remember.
It's cheaper.
Boat is cheaper.
Vote.
Boat only has cots, so it's not the nicest sleeping.
Okay, but it saves me. It saves me a silver. It saves me at least 1 silver a night.
Yeah, and Willow's not here to fund the ends.
I'm broke after spending money on the runes.
All right. As y'all leave the tower and start heading towards the ship.
I like how they party's as cheap as the list is.
Yep. You'll go to the ship. Still there. Everything looks good. You'll see on the top side is Ert and Vert just kind of keeping an eye out. They'll see you and kind of give you a wave. Did everything work out there?
Yeah, worked out okay.
All right, cool. Are we heading out? Or are we camping out here for tonight?
Sleep here. Oh, head out in the morning.
All right, I think Ballora and Vaffy went exploring around the town, so they'll probably be staying in there for the night. Probably. I don't know. Just want to let the captain know, and he'll start heading down to go get some shut-eye. I assume the rest of the party climbs up in the ship and rests for the night. Oh, cool. Internet. You just had it die on me, didn't you? Oh boy, this one's lasting a while. Gotta love it when it does this, huh? That's fucking wonderful, man. Of course. Of course. Hello.
Hello.
There we go.
Nobody say anything to be make him think his internet's still broken.
I thought about doing that, but I'm not that mean.
That would have pissed me off, to be honest.
Bonjour.
Let's see if I can rejoin Madaeus, or am I gonna have to stop the server?
You're still in here, so you may have to restart the server.
Oh no, it looks like I'm good. I'm good. Alright, I don't know what the last thing you heard, but...
The goblin crewmates said a couple of things, and then I said I'd not step onto the deck of the ship and find a comfortable place to prop myself up and begin reading the letters.
I wanted to clarify if we had a crow's nest or not.
I asked what time it was.
In game, it's probably around 6, 7 now at this point. Rigaron, you kind of flip through the letters. A lot of them are just like personal letters. Stuff like, hey, how you doing? I saw this, gossip, and so on and so forth. It's kind of weird and macabre as you kind of read through it, because a lot of the people that sent these letters or got these letters are probably not around anymore, just due to someone not kind of being there anymore. As you kind of read it, you see a lot of what Alphonse was seeing, where a lot of them mentioned a person being escorted to the royal palace. You'll see a few mentioning that they never saw him again after that, so perhaps something happened to him, and kind of other gossip stuff. There's a few like more personal letters, like a love letter and such, but nothing that strikes you as odd.
Okay. Thinking back to my time in the Sojourners, do I think another country would have possibly kept better record of this sort of thing, like spies keeping track of, other countries' movements and such?
Let me see your lore real fast.
I have Boneyard, and that's it, I think.
Roll me Society. It's a very easy DC for your family and everything.
Hero point.
All right.
Oh, fuck off!
I'll let you.
Oh, no.
I'll let you. In retrospect, spend one more hero point to give that a +10.
I only had the one to start off, so.
Ah, that sucks. Luckily, we go with the higher, which is 14. You don't know for sure. You know that the Sojourners, like, this is base knowledge, nothing that's too out there. Sojourners like to say, like, if there's a country that don't like them, they will try and buddy up to them to get them to like them. Usually via donations, via helping the people, or helping the royalty or anyone in power. You know that Surin was a place that they could not get into. The Surin populace it's mostly monstrous races like goblins and orcs, and with a very big focus on like technology compared to everywhere else. So they weren't able to get like any churches within that country. That's about what you know.
Sorry, you cut off from the country.
That's wonderful. From the country. I said country a few times. I'll just slightly repeat. The Sojourners, they like to buddy up to countries that don't like them to get them to like them. However, they weren't able to do that with the Surin country, just because they didn't care about it. So, yeah, you don't know for sure.
Okay.
But you know the Sojourners did not have any actual ties in that country.
Okay. I'll begin scrolling through reading through the notebook then.
Okay. This will probably be a long read. This is a thick book.
I'll probably read the first like 20 or so pages and put it down for the night.
Okay. You'll see. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, actually, instead of that, I'll do this. I'm just going to begin thumbing through it and see if there's anything that like immediately sticks out to me to begin reading. Otherwise, I'll just read a couple of pages every day.
Okay. I'll just update you on that once you have like a big amount. So just keep that in mind, and I'll reference something from it if it becomes prudent.
Okay.
Soon the other party members just rest for the night. No shenanigans for the night, and everyone just rests.
Oh,
You've had enough
Rebels, pass
shenanigans.
the fuck out.
What?
Shenanigans is passing the fuck out.
Alright. Pass the fuck out. Wake up the next morning. You'll see Ballora and Tinos approach the ship decently early in the morning and get on board and say, alright, are we going today or are we gonna spend another day?
Hey DM,
Yes.
my when I do the long rest thing, it doesn't give me my HP back on my sheet.
You did get your 2 HP back?
Not on the sheet, on the token I did, but on my sheet it doesn't.
Oh, your sheet shows 83 for me.
It says 81 on mine,
Hmm.
and when I close my sheet, it damages me for whatever reason.
Oh, I see it. I edited that. I closed.
Okay, now it's working. What the fuck? Okay.
I just edited it myself. Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna go look for treasure, right?
I mean, we can do that, or we could go to Atsaru City first. We have to drop off Zekron there, and somebody might have more information about the treasure there.
To be fair, I forgot about Zekron.
Yeah, I've been trying to keep quiet because y'all seemed a little busy.
I didn't worry.
I guess I appreciate it.
We for good?
It's not important.
Okay. What did y'all say?
I said, in response to what did we forget, I said it's not important.
I said that's the spirit.
Zakhan will seem a little defeated. Alright. So, y'all heading to Atsaru City?
Yes.
Thank you. I don't like assuming, though. I always ask.
Okay, that's a giant dick. Cool.
Alright.
That one wasn't even me.
So, y'all head over to Atsaru City. I think this takes another 4 days if I calculated it before. Nothing of note really stands out to you, but as y'all get to the city itself, Zekon will pipe up. Oh, my notes got closed because I had to reload. Fucker.
While you're reopening your notes, as we're traveling, I'll call a party meeting real quick. Rigoron wants to ask the group a couple of things.
Alright.
Okay, shoot.
I'll say, based on the information we gained a day or two ago, I'm beginning to develop a couple of questions that need some answering, and I'm curious if you're willing to help. I'm going to need to find records of things. Records that perhaps only the Sojourners have. And for that, I may need to stage some form of sneak-in, break-in, something along those lines. This is, of course, unless Atsaru City randomly has an open library, but I doubt if that old man hadn't found anything, I'll be able to find anything that isn't locked behind some closed doors.
Sounds reasonable.
Now, I will say, this may not be the best place to break into a Sojourner outpost. Maybe somewhere bigger. However, I'm curious how you all would feel about some sort of operation like that.
Beach just
I'm
standing
fine
round.
As long as we don't have to spend a month planning it first.
Close. I'm your guy for stealth.
Wonderful. I will have to disguise myself, as some people may recognize me, but I know enough of the customs to probably get by without raising too many eyebrows.
I am never going to escape the life of stealing objects now, am I? I'll help out.
Wonderful. DM, as I say all this, thinking about it, do I think Atsaru City has a chance of having a big enough Sojourner library or record area for it to be worth it, or should I find a bit bigger game for what I'm thinking here?
You grew up around here-ish, so you know there is a lot of Sojourner churches here, and some of them keep their own records, and some of them keep it like separate. If you wanted to find something like information here, you can probably find it here.
Okay.
You weren't like the most studious person when you were young, correct?
I cared a little bit more about being able to take out my quarry than actually understanding why until recently.
Okay. Yeah, you haven't paid that much attention, but with a few not public libraries, a few colleges, and of course, a large amount of Sojourner activity, if you wanted to know something about them, this is probably the best place, if not the capital in Boveus, where there's the most Sojourner activities in those two.
Okay. All right. I'll think about it then. I'll say once we arrive, I'll begin scouting around, see if I can remember exactly which library will be best to well, get into.
Speaking of refreshing our memories, weren't the Sojourners the ones we were getting into gunfights with in the other city?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But there were no survivors that spoke, as far as we know, so they don't really know it was us.
Unless they have mind readers.
Perhaps. Are y'all still in the party meeting, or can Zekon speak up at this point?
Yeah, I'll nod to the group and say, very well. That's all I needed to ask.
A few minutes later, Zekon goes up to where the most of you are conjugated. Alright, so Atsaru City, I think some of y'all might know about it. However, I'm sure y'all don't know much about the Banner activity there, correct?
I do not.
I do not.
Alright, it's much different compared to Barrow Horde. The cells are much smaller, more like a squad per se. Due to the fact that there is a lot of Sojourners around this city. As such, if you're wanted by them one way or another, you need to disguise yourself. Especially if you're very wanted, you want to make sure that disguise is pretty fucking good. He'll... Why is you playing music? You play. There's a cell in every district except for the capital district, obviously. So we can really park the ship wherever within any of the districts, though I would recommend either the Ursa or the commercial.
Very well. Rue or Emmerich, do either of you have any proficiency with disguising someone? If not, I can come up with something myself.
I can disguise people.
You can? Wonderful. Well, I'll look around. DM, we've been around this ship a couple of times. Are there any, like, spare clothes around, like spare cloaks or anything that may have been left on the ship from previous owners?
There was nothing left on this ship. The previous owners got everything off this ship and tried to find some way to repair it elsewhere. But they did not come back to this ship, so there's nothing else. So there's nothing besides the little motes of whatever the fuck the Soul Siege y'all found before.
Alright, I'll say very well. Anyone have any spare clothes they're willing, spare clothes or cloaks they're willing to loan me?
Not
Merrick, pull out his disguise kit.
not in your size.
For the disguise, I imagine shave all of this off and he'll kind of point to his hair and whatever else you think may change my appearance.
Are you a barbarian? There's wigs for that.
Torvald will look very saddened.
Torvald, your facial hair is amazing. Would you really want to shave that off?
But why you call him barbarian?
Because that would be a barbarian style. It suits you great. It doesn't suit him.
Nice save.
Okay.
I could give you a scar.
I think you're hurting his feelings, Merrick.
Riley, stop it.
He looks great. Really, nothing against him. It's all against you. I think this disguise will make you look better.
I'll remember that.
Are we okay if I just punch him? Would that make everyone feel better?
Punch Merrick?
I think so.
I mean, do what you want. I was planning something a little bit more nuanced than that.
I was talking about whoever. I can't keep track of the voices. Who was digging their own? Who kept digging a hole?
It was Merrick.
Merrick?
Yeah.
Torvald will give a thumbs up.
Yeah. Okay. Just slaps Merrick.
Merrick, I guess you get slapped unless you try and dodge it.
I'll try and dodge it.
Alright, make the attack roll with your unarmed attack, Lista. I assume it's not damaging, so don't bother with the damage. Did the 20 hit your AC?
It does not.
He barely just dodges out of the way. You just swing high.
A good hello to you as well, Celesta.
Okay, we can all continue being mad at you instead. That works too.
Anyways, shall we get this process over with?
Please.
Oh.
Yo?
I think right,
No, I'm sorry. I'm just checking it out.
I was gonna say I'm hoping you're gonna say psych right now, because if you don't,
Say psych.
I'm not afraid to throw down.
Say
Oh
psych.
no.
No, I'm not attacking anyone. I'm just like.
Say psych right now.
Dekon, after seeing all this, will say, okay. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So we can stop at really any of the districts, not capital. I wouldn't recommend stopping at the industrial. The fucking harbor fees are ridiculous there. I can stop anywhere. It'll probably take me about a day to find a cell, and they should be able to get everything. I don't know how much they moved around, but I assume a lot since I haven't been here for about 3 years. So if there's something y'all want to do in the city in the meantime, go ahead. Just if so, we're gonna probably have to meet somewhere. That way I can tell y'all where it is.
I'm thinking the merchant district is the one or commercial is the one I'd most likely like to dock at.
ignoring whatever Dracon's posting in chat.
How am I the only one who's seen that?
Well, I suppose I could go try taking up some part-time work.
You
Mm-hmm.
have a day. Do y'all want a
Oh, a day?
GM reminder?
Look, I am completely. My brain is. Well, it didn't even show up in the first place, but I'm trying to keep track of what's going on. I'm not doing a good job at it.
We have the Court of Owl, or not the Court of Owls, but the court. We could try to go find.
Also, it doesn't help that I think I only heard half of that.
The court. Y'all did get a lead on someone who could get you in contact.
Okay.
Over here-ish.
Okay. That was for me, right?
That was for everyone. It's very close to what you're looking for around there. Bit north, bit east.
Okay.
My plan is to help Torvald with whatever he's doing.
Alright. I will say, Regeron, you know that if y'all stop at one of the districts, there is a taxi service that can get you anywhere really fast. But just a copper piece.
Alright, I'll bring that up to the group.
At a copper, why bother charging?
Regeron, you know that the reason why it's so cheap is actually thanks to the Sojourners.
I'll bring that up and say, actually, it's because of the Sojourners. They've made a few deals to bring down the price on that sort of thing.
Yeah, but that's so cheap. I'm just wondering why bother even charging.
I have to make some amount of money somehow.
A copper piece, they'd have to be losing money.
Nothing in this world is free, my friend.
Well, it is if you can take it.
That is very true.
Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so y'all stopping at the commercial, right? Merchant? Not commercial.
A hard maybe.
A hard maybe. That's wonderful.
I said yeah. I mean, unless anybody has some reason to disagree.
Nope. Although, as we are approaching the city, Torvald does kind of shoot some looks at the rest of the party, and then goes about his business.
Alright.
Do I notice this?
I assume Torvald isn't being very secretive about it, yeah?
Yeah, like I said, he just is looking at the party and then just goes back to what he was doing.
I'll say something on your mind there, Torvald.
You would think any guards at dock?
It is possible. However, I'm probably the only one who's directly wanted by them. Also, at this point, I assume Merrick has disguised me.
Yeah. Zekon brought it all up about like an hour or so before, so y'all got enough time to do any additional prep if needed.
Okay. How disguisey is my disguise?
Roll me a deception. Or thievery.
He has a...
Is that Merrick who rolls it?
Yeah,
or?
Merrick.
Okay.
And Merrick had guidance, so...
A +2?
+2.
+1.
+1, 18. It's decent. If someone was looking for you, they might see through it. But from a casual, observer, you're good.
Okay.
It ain't no spell, so that's why it's not as good.
I'll say thank you, Merrick, but I may be stopping by a store or two, buy myself a cloak.
I mean, feel free.
Alright. And after a little bit, y'all get to the commercial district. You'll park at the harbor, and one of the harbor masters will come up and say, what is your business here? Personal, commercial...
Tourism?
Torvald just sightseeing.
Alright, that's alright. It will be 1 copper piece per 10 day. You can pay in advance if you wish. If you're staying less amount of days, we can do per copper piece, but most people don't bother.
Gives him a single copper piece.
Alright, we'll be back the next day if the ship is...
I thought you said copper piece per 10 day.
No, a silver piece per 10 day.
Oh, I'm
You said copper.
I mentioned 1 silver piece per 10 day, but if you stay like a day, they can just take a copper piece.
Okay,
You
but
said copper at first, but you meant to say silver.
I give him the silver.
All right. Thank you very much. Enjoy your stay at Atsaru City. You'll go over to another harbor, which another ship is docking. As you look upon this city, especially here in the commercial district, it is bustling with activity. It's pretty early-ish in the morning, maybe about 7, 8-ish. You'll see the plenty of small stalls right there are bustling with activity. You see people going to and fro shops. A lot of talking. Is not the quietest part of the city.
I'll look around as we first dock. Do I see any tailors off the bat?
Yes. If you want to find something, you can probably find it here for a price.
Okay, give me one. Let me check something. Okay, I'll look for a tailor that looks pretty, like, high quality. And, I'll tell the rest of the party if you wish to join me, I'm going to go acquire a cloak. If not, I'll be back in a few moments. Shouldn't take me long.
Everyone will follow along, just yeah, he'll follow along.
We will also follow on.
I will follow along as well.
Alright, so everyone follows along. The goblins will ask, are we good to explore around the city, or do y'all want us on the ship?
I'll look around. Do I see many other races other than human, elf, and that sort of thing, or?
There's all kinds of ancestries here. You see a few beast folk, a few elves, a few orcs, a few goblins. There is a whole, it is a boiling pot of everyone.
Okay.
But
The term is melting pot.
melting pot.
Mm-hmm, yes. I wasn't going to say anything, but...
So we're letting them go around?
But
Merrick will say, yeah, don't leave the ship completely unguarded, but feel free to take turns going out and exploring if you want.
okay.
Rue's gonna go up to each one of them and give them a gold coin.
Oh, thank you.
How do I subtract 3 gold coins?
There is actually 5 NPC crewmates.
I'm gonna give them all a gold coin then.
Yeah. So you go to your sheet, go to the items, and click on the minus button.
Boop.
Oh, thank you. And they'll all kind of nod, and they'll keep turns at the ship, and they promise not to be too far away if they need to suddenly leave. All right. So,
Peanut butter, because they're not gay.
so y'all go up to a tailor. It's easy enough to find a tailor here, and pretty high quality too. You'll see the tailor. You'll see as you open the door and the little ring and ding of the door, the tailor will say over their shoulder, 1 second. Okay.
Can I judge the quality of their work?
Roll me a society of perception.
Can I roll crafting?
Sure.
My perception is better anyway.
Yeah, crafting also works here.
I wish to do the same.
Go ahead. Pretty fucking good. Yeah, the quality here is pretty good. It's not like royalty good, but like upper to middle class people would probably wear some of these clothes.
Too expensive for me. I'm out.
I'll mutter to myself, used to be made of money. Very well. I'll walk up to the counter and say, I'm looking for something fine to wear around town. It's been a while since I've been in this nice of a place. Anything blue with gold embroideries?
Blue with gold embroideries. She'll kind of look through a few clothes racks. We have some pre-made that I can mess around with to fit that and fit you. Here, let me bring out a few, and she'll grab a few and bring it out to show you. You'll see these are very like full clothing, right? Not just like a cloak.
Oh no, I should have. Sorry, I forgot to specify. I was just asking for a cloak.
Okay, yeah. Same thing. She's able to find a pretty nice cloak. This is a very nice cloak. One second, I'm loading up something on my side. You'll see it matches somewhat what you want. I can mess around a little bit to fit a bit better with what you want. Will this work?
Seems reasonable enough. How long would it take you? And how much?
At worst, maybe an hour, if even that. Just a few light dyes and a few stitches. Oh, I'm trying to... Why won't you load, you asshole? Alright, cool, we'll do it this way.
Do it live.
Fuck it! Do it live!
God damn,
Do it live!
I need to put my own token on this damn page somewhere.
Put it anywhere. Oh, cool, you just don't have it on here, you asshole.
What did I do?
The 70-foot man.
Rawr. Well, I was gonna give you an actual leveled adventuring gear. I don't know what the fuck it does though. It's a very nice traveler's cloak. It'll run you about 7 GP. It is very nice and very well made.
7 GP, huh?
I can go with something more cheaper if needed.
How do we feel about 5 GP?
Roll me a diplomacy.
Alright. Well, fuck.
I have to do some extra work. 7. I can get a regular cheaper cloak if you want. I won't judge you for it.
Very well. 7 it is.
I was about to whisper in your ear. We could have Torvald try and barter.
Torvald will smile.
Do you want to attempt again? It will be a harder DC this time.
As I'm saying, I'll go. If Torvald wants to do this, I'll like cut myself off as if Torvald tries to speak.
Torvald will speak up and say, is nice cloak. We say nice things about cloak. Make it to where other people come buy more cloak. Is deal? 5 gold?
Roll me a diplomacy. Oh, don't tell me it's not anywhere on here. Fine.
What the fuck? You plus 11 to diplomacy?
I do.
I
My
realize.
second only to intimidation.
I was making a joke about you just intimidating them into giving it for us, but okay.
No, I am a lovable giant.
Yeah, I knew that going in. I could have intimidated them if I wanted to. I just didn't want to.
Torvald is second
You
best
have a
party
plus
face.
11.
I have a plus 15 if it makes any difference.
Yeah, we're
For
level
you,
5.
it makes sense, but for Torvald,
Part of my class, yeah, I'm a marshal, so part of my class is, part of my thing is having good charisma, and so I just started putting shit in diplomacy, because intimidation's my best.
But it is that. Which has some additional benefits.
there are children in my room now, so you may hear them in the background.
It happens. Yes, just give me a bit. I'll get it all finished up.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for this. I appreciate it.
No problem. And they'll take it back and start working on it. Come back whenever. It should be done by then.
Very well.
And they'll immediately start working on it.
As we're leaving, Torvald will grab Regaron's arm. How long have you been money?
I'm not quite sure what you're asking me, Torvald.
Torvald heard you say you made of money. But you look like flesh and blood.
Flesh and
You've
blood.
been lying to Torvald?
Yeah, Torvald. Flesh and blood can fetch a high price to the wrong person.
I'll glance at Zalista and I'll sharply glance at Zalista and say, "It's a figure of speech, dear Torvald. It's I don't know how to put it. I was once rich to the point we had enough gold that we could make a gold version of me, a statue out of gold, shall we say?"
So, more than 3 zeros?
More than 3 zeros, yes.
Torvald will furrow his brow even further. And he'll let go of Regaron's arm.
Oh, if you're done having silly ideas about selling me off.
Hey, you're pretty
Torvald will wipe his brow at that.
Zalista, roll me a perception as you keep an eye out.
Is this supposed to be hidden?
Yeah. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. You don't notice anything right off the bat. There is a lot of people around here, though, so take that as you will.
It's the regularly scheduled time for Shans to leave.
And now it's time for the part of the show, Silly Songs with Larry.
The part of the show where Larry comes out and sings a silly song.
Not a silly song, but quick question. Merrick is mainly from the Atsaru region whenever they weren't exploring other regions. Coming to the big city, has he actually heard of the Valrose family in any merchant school or anything?
Oh yes, obviously. The Valrose family is very prevalent around here. You know that they basically run an entire church by themselves. It's a large, extensive, and very wealthy family.
Merrick will put the pieces together and be mortified.
Do I see the mortified expression?
Does he?
I never said Merrick even went with you guys. He's still at the ship.
Oh.
I seem to have lost the thread somewhere.
Damn it, I wish you were here.
Alright. Do y'all do anything in particular right now, or do y'all just wait for the cloak and then go?
I'll go back to the ship, tell Merrick what's going on, and say we can wait around for an hour while we wait for the cloak. If everyone else agrees.
I agree because I can't keep track of what's going on.
Yep.
Merrick will turn to Rayron. How nice of a cloak did you buy?
Hopefully nice enough. Did you finally put 2 and 2 together?
Hold on, so you bought a nice cloak to lay low. You realize that, that's just making it obvious you're of a higher class.
This is a higher class city. I'll stick out more as a beggar than I would as a higher class citizen.
Back to the regular... Oh man, I really hope we don't get caught in the middle of this.
Got in middle.
To be fair, though, you may want to put more effort into the disguise while we have an hour.
Brushes harder.
Yes, I probably do. And as he's going to go prepare some stuff and think of a better disguise, he's also going to... We have a day, right, before we have to meet up with Zekron?
At the end of today. So yes.
He'll turn...
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He'll turn to Torvald and go, well, before we ever get into any of the trouble that Fancy Pants over there is bringing us into, perhaps tomorrow we go out and look for the court, Torvald?
Torvald will stroke his beard. It was foretold it would be a day of reckoning. And he'll give you a 1,000-yard stare before saying, or just grunting like an affirmative.
Be a miracle if we make it off this island without going to jail first.
Okay, hold on. Out of character, DM, this is a higher class city, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's got some poorer folk, but like on average, no one lives here if they're not at least slightly wealthy, right?
Like three of the districts are middle class. This is all upper higher class.
Yeah, so correct me if I'm wrong, it would be more out of character if someone wasn't wearing fancier clothing.
No, to be fair, all the rich people need servants.
I was thinking middle of the road clothing, not looking like a beggar. And out of character, it's less the cloak itself and more like Merrick just realized we have we have a thief, a barbarian about to go tear through this big city, and the richest people in the city's relative about to cause problems. And he's
not the richest people. That's someone else.
I said one of.
That is true.
As Merrick is, I assume are we allowed to roll the disguise again, Kisa, to see if you can get a little bit better?
Another hour. Roll this one secret, though.
Okay. As Merrick is... Oh?
I was just saying guidance.
Okay. With guidance, as Merrick is doing Rhaegaron's makeup, I'll say, I probably should have said something about this beforehand, but it's a bit more troubling to me than some may realize. The reasons they would want to find me are a bit sensitive.
Did that go through Kizo, by the way?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah. Fair enough. We all have bits of our past we don't want to talk about.
I'm willing to talk about it, just not here. It probably wouldn't be a kill on sight. However, if they do begin to spot me, I recommend running in the opposite direction of me, and I'll do the same for you.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Ballora eavesdropping on us.
What? You rolled a 15? You see Ballora was not hiding per se, but like was slightly eavesdropping as you mention her name.
Oh no, we're not just going to abandon you to the wolves.
Orville will nod. Never leave friend behind.
We are part of the crew. I don't intend to do that. Just understandable that for adventuring, I was not thinking about getting in such high stakes so soon.
This is the second espionage. This is the second round of espionage we've been into in as many weeks, which is not what I expected.
Not much, but it's weird that it happened twice.
If I do get thrown in a prison cell, Merrick, you may have to teach me some lock-picking skills.
I could teach you. I'm probably not as good as Merrick.
I don't know how to pick a lock.
What sort of thief are you?
I'm not a thief.
I'm sorry, pirate.
I'm not even a pirate.
What are you?
I went to merchant school and grew up on an adventuring ship. We weren't criminals. I admit, bad judgment stealing the first boat. I know it's kind of forced into stealing the second, but, you know, we all make mistakes.
Pirate? You quite literally pirated a ship.
Oh, don't worry about let's not worry about the labels.
No. I'm going to argue this one.
Before that, I was a pirate.
But now you are.
Well, I've been a lot of things. Pirate is a different one, I guess. Look, am I pretending to be one of your servants, or am I gonna have to walk around without my coat?
What's so special about Zelesta's coat?
It's a safety blanket.
It's the cloak of feline.
I wasn't even talking about that one. I was just talking about the traveling cloak in general. Like old tattered traveling cloak.
I don't see any reason why you would have to change out of that. Should be fine.
Wait, where are we going? Who's going where?
Well, I believe you're going to pick up a cloak and then head somewhere else.
Torvald's doing something. I'm not sure who it was spoken to.
Yeah, Torvald is going to go find the contact for the court.
Okay, so Sue, is anyone else going with him as well?
I'm following Torvald for at least damage control.
Yeah, I'm
Following Torvald.
Yeah, I'm following Torvald as we go along. I'm going to be looking for my library query.
Okay. I'll just assume everyone goes to Sue. Y'all head over to the Skipper taxi service.
Do we get the cloak first, I assume?
Yes, I assume so. Easy enough, it looks exactly how you wanted it to look.
Okay. I will wrap the cloak around me and put the hood over my head and say much thanks to you.
Yes. I wish you luck. And have pleasant adventures in the city.
To you too.
Right, and you head off to the Skipper service. You'll see a few lines of skippers. Merrick, roll me a piloting lore or crafting, one of those two. You know of these skippers. They are tuned for speed. These motherfuckers will go fast as fuck. Like, they can get to one side of the city to the other in like 20 minutes, 10 minutes if they like floor it.
Now this is pod racing.
So you know what to kind of expect if y'all need to get somewhere. You'll stop by one of the skippers, enough to fit all of you, and say, where y'all be going?
We'll just kind of look around. Oh.
I was following you.
I'll whisper into Merrick's ear. Do you want to take this one?
I don't know where he is.
Y'all, I think the only one that got the address was Torvald.
Oh no.
Ever received an address?
Yes, you received an address from Madaeus. He wrote it down and gave it to you.
Oh, okay. Torvald will rummage through, pull out his vambrace, and shake it off. Ah! There. He'll reach down and grab the piece of paper, and he'll hold it up to the cabbie.
Alright, he'll look at it and say, oh, that's a short drive. Yeah. I'll be 1 copper piece for each of you. Of course, y'all can buy a nice fancy membership card and not have to worry about it for a year.
Fancy, you say?
Memberships are a scam.
Torvald nods at what Zilith says.
Of course, you can pay a copper piece every time, but if you have this card, you don't have to pay for a whole year.
How much is it?
That will be... Oh wait, no, I wrote it up here. It'll cost you just 5 gold pieces. Nice and simple.
Definitely a scam.
Definitely a scam.
I'm going to pass for this.
Alright. Well, 1 copper piece for you.
Okay, I'll give him a copper piece then.
Please hold while I convert my silver into copper.
If you just put minus any coin, it'll do it for you.
Oh, the DM's not gonna say, oh, you have to go get charged money changing fees.
No, it's not like that.
He has one of those coin belts.
Yeah, he obviously has that.
So how many? So silver's 100 copper, right?
No,
It's 10. How?
that one's a meme for you. Alright.
Okay,
It's
Kizo,
platinum.
when I do -1 copper, it says I have insufficient copper. What were you saying?
Remove value. You have to check the remove value, not specific.
Ah, thank you.
Yep, there you go.
It didn't do anything.
You might want to just reload.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
Also, I'm really glad I bought the Ring of Discretion right now.
Ring of Discretion?
It hides my gun.
Oh, good idea. Alright, we'll be heading off then. I advise to hold on to the handrails. Not because for safety, well, for safety reasons, and not because I'm being pedantic. Everyone ready to go?
As ready as they'll ever be.
Being knowledgeable, I'll grip the handrails pretty tight.
Alright. 3, 2, 1. He'll look back, sees most of y'all, if not all of y'all. Alright, let's go! And he'll, like, start the engine, and y'all will book it. Y'all get there in not even, like, 2 minutes.
What happened?
Y'all, took a little taxi service from here all the way up here. The taxi service goes really fast.
Wait,
So
where
just
did we take it
skipped over?
From the region y'all are at to the, northern, Ursa district.
Oh my god. Only for 1 copper piece.
Did we go over the clouds, or was it on the...
Over, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this city is like a mile or 2 above the clouds. It's just... I need to draw the clouds.
No, I'm just making sure we didn't... I was asking if we went through the streets, or...
Oh, yeah, no. Actually, Torvald, you would know this. No ships are allowed over the city, or you'll be met with immediate hostility. So any ship faring is done within the like canals.
So they just let us off right here on the cliff face, then?
Yeah, there's like a little spot for them to drop off that's safe. I wasn't gonna make one for each area. They'll drop you nearby and say, "Well, I hope you enjoyed the service. The building should be on just the southern tip. Couldn't really get close to it due to the houses being pretty close, so you'll just have to do a bit of walking."
So where are we?
Somewhere around here-ish. Let me drop that party token.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Spooky man.
I'm just gonna copy the one over here. There you go. Dropped her off somewhere around there. The building should
Okay.
be just a bit south from here.
As we get off the ship, and Torvald gets his bearings, his face is gonna darken a little bit. And Torvald know where we are.
You've been here before.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was here, but I wouldn't have been older than like 30.
I'm glad to know your experience as well.
Something happened here, Torvald.
He'll just shake his head. And say, and he'll just start walking.
Yep, nothing happened. Got it.
Alright. Yo. Dog, stop it. So you'll head further south over to where this contact Sue is located. As you head closer to the house itself, you can see the house is as DIY as it gets. There's metal pipes going in and out the house with 4 pipes pumping out pitch black smoke. You can hear, as you get closer to the building, you hear the constant ticking of gears, springs, and all other types of machinery. Riley, stop it. You'll see a front door. And what do y'all do?
Well, Torvald?
Torvald will knock on the door
Right.
And so he's being strangely subtle for how he's been previously.
Okay. As you kind of be a little bit more gentler, you give it a slight knock. You'll hear some sounds going towards the door. Rapid footsteps as a little whatchamacallit, like a door plate opens. You just see 2 large eyes. They are kind of yellow, like probably this person hasn't gotten a lot of sleep. Who the fuck are you?
Torvald.
Are you with the fucking guards? If you're with the fucking guards, you need a fucking warrant. Or are you someone else? Who the fuck are you?
Me, Torvald.
That doesn't tell me shit.
You know about court?
No. Now, if you're just gonna ask stupid questions, you get out of my house before I, get my defenses up.
We're acquaintances of Remedius, if it helps.
Oh, Remedius? Wait, how do you know him?
Yeah.
How the fuck do you know him?
We helped him out and dropped him off at Hallows Way.
Roll... What is it? Yeah, roll me a deception. It's mostly correct, so it's not a super hard check.
Hold on. Let me double check something about Ordine real quick.
It's a free auto aid.
Yeah, but I need to remember, I don't think it's for... I think it's for making an impression, not for deception.
Yeah.
Yep, okay, I can't use it here.
Alright, she'll say, you help Rudy?
Yeah.
Alright. So why are you here? You mentioned the court. You helped Rudy, so it's already, not on my shit list. Everyone gets their half session hero point, even though it's way past half session. So why the fuck?
Torvald will say, we come in, or we going to speak on road.
She'll look. Fine, come in. She'll close it. You hear some gears and spring activate. Then she'll open the door. As you look, she is a small humanoid, probably no more than 5 feet. She has large, floofy hair that was attempted to put in some type of like bun or ponytail, but it's not working too well. Come on in.
Torvald will tower over her as she walks in.
Sit over there. Don't sit over there, or the defense system will probably shoot at you. And don't get any funny business, or the defense system will shoot you, and it will hurt.
Torvald can take it.
We'll see if it comes down to it. You'll see she gives a very toothy smile. She'll kind of, with the spring in her step, she'll get on a chair. She won't sit in it properly, obviously. She'll say, "Okay, what do you want with the court?"
Torvald has business with member of the court.
Member of the court? Well, I have contacts with them. I don't I'm not with them per se. I can maybe help you there, but what do you plan on doing with that person in the court? 'Cause that could sour my relationship, which could hurt my income.
Or we'll just want to talk to him.
Just talk. She'll kind of look at you. Okay. Okay. Does everyone want to just talk to him? Or them? Or whatever the fuck in the court?
Look over at the others.
Yes.
I'm here to support Torvald.
Same here. His business will be our business.
Okay, y'all got a little business circle jerk. That works. Alright. Okay, I guess I could do something. Since you helped Rudy there. Alright, how about this? To get them your location, I would have to leak something. If they found out I did something, I lose my income, and I might have to flee the city because they will send assassins after me. That could be bad. But, if you do something for me, I don't mind leaking the information. Now, of course, you can...
What?
Me what? Me what? Leak information? I can leak information, but you're gonna have to help me here.
You say do something. What Torvald have to do?
Well, I have a few things y'all could help me out with. I don't know what you bunches do. But I have 2 things. Are y'all interested, or do you want to try to find this mysterious court without my help? Not entirely, how to put it, a simple little fetch quest. Well, one of them kind of is, but not really.
Torvald will wave his hand impatiently.
Alright, I'll explain it. She'll jump down from the chair. Alright, I have 2 missions. One of them involves killing a crazy cannibal that's been after me for about a month now. And the other is stealing a little crafting book from the Clockwork Mage. However, if you do both, I might sweeten the deal a little bit. As you can see, I'm a little inventor. And I make a lot of shit. I'm sure you adventurers would like some shit.
Torvald not interested in defecation.
Oh goodness, okay. My stuff, my inventions. I'm sure y'all might be a little interested since y'all seem to be the adventuring type.
Torvald will nod.
Okay.
Maybe.
Alright, if you do one of these, I don't mind leaking the information. Do both, I'll offer something. But which one of them interests you first?
Torvald will look at his axe. Been a little bit since Torvald had some action.
Okay, so you want to kill a crazy bitch. Is that what you want to do?
I get it. He looked at his axe and he hasn't gotten action. That was funny.
I get it.
I got it. I want to. Yeah.
Okay, y'all want to deal with the little bitty that's been after me? Is that what y'all want to do? Is that what y'all want to hear about first?
Always comes down to violence.
Violence is never the answer. It's the question, and the answer is yes.
Well, her mother started it first. I didn't go around, ganking cannibals. I don't give a fuck.
The hell is gang?
Cannibalism common here?
What?
Cannibalism common here.
Oh no. Alright, let me explain the story.
I can never get over the taste.
What?
What?
Or will second that.
I'm gonna explain my story and just ignore that.
We may have more cannibals to kill.
Oh, I don't care about those cannibals. I care about the cannibal that's been trying to eat me for about a month.
Kinky.
Sure, we'll go with that. Anyway, so this crazy cannibal biddy, I accidentally killed her mom whenever she tried to break into my lab. If you look over there, you'll see that jar of goop. That was her mom.
Oh.
Okay. Literally buried in a soup can.
Yes. I had to,
That's not tomato in the soup.
When Devi's eating it, it probably doesn't taste too good. Anyway, she'd been trying to kill me and eat me because she has a crazy vendetta. You know, because I killed her mom. Whatever the fuck. God. Fucking asshole. Anyway, she's been hunting me, and luckily I've been able to avoid her whenever I actually leave the house. However, I would have thought the peacekeepers could, get a crazy cannibal, but I guess, they're a bit more, how to put it, elusive. But luckily, I know a little bit about them that could help you. You see, they like to disguise themselves as some Sojourner clergy people and go around healing people during the night. Of course, they bring them elsewhere and eat them. The only tricky problem about that is that the actual clergy people go around healing people at night, making sure everyone's okay. So knowing who is who is a bit tricky.
Okay.
They usually come out at night. It's kind of hard to do it during broad daylight, so that might be a clue there. And they typically stay within the Polaris district, I believe. I know sometimes they come around the Ursa district, trying to get me.
Well, I have a bad idea.
Oh, I have one too. Let's hear yours first.
I poison myself, and we wait to see if the person who shows up tries to eat me or not.
Huh. Use you as bait. Are you sure you're comfortable with that?
I'm sure you can handle it.
Very well. I like this plan.
I can poison you if you want.
No, the idea was I poison myself with something that makes me sick, not dead.
Okay.
Well, I wish you luck on that front. The other mission is a bit less killy shabby shabby. I mean, you can killy shabby shabby. I don't recommend it. So I got some information, at least for this second little mission. It's a little bit of espionage, a little bit of stealing, a little bit of It's still not legal. Anyway, well, I guess killing some cannibals might be legal. I don't know the laws too well. Anyway.
Clearly.
DM, side note, do I know the laws well enough to know if killing cannibals on site is decently permittable?
If you can show evidence, you'll probably be like, hey, don't fucking do that. But if you appreciate it, and you'll probably be let off without any, fines or jail time.
Stop, no, don't.
Okay.
Oh no, the key's right here to the jail cell. We'll just walk away.
The other mission, I found out that a certain man, Lovril Ruby Mace, has been sick for a while, and I'm pretty sure he left his crafting book within his place of employ, the Clockwork Mage. I was hoping you could maybe sneak in there, steal that crafting book, and give it back to me. Because I'm sure whatever the fuck they have in there is going to be very interesting. He'll be probably sick for a few more days. I don't know. I don't fucking pay attention to him, but I know he's been sick.
That sounds like a job our resident pirate could probably take care of.
Wait, I have a clarifying question. Aren't we all pirates?
I'll whisper under my breath, by all technicalities, yes. I just wanted to mess with Merrick.
I'll walk right in and tell them that you sent me by name.
Well, if you directly connect yourself to me, then may the punishment that rests on you be very harsh.
Good luck letting the ship leave dock.
I can hire other pilots.
Torvald stole a ship once. Torvald do it again.
Okay, first off, we stole 2 ships. Second off, that doesn't mean you're the one that was piloting it.
Yep, one big happy family.
Alright, can y'all stop y'all's little squabble? Anyway, if y'all find...
No.
more crafting books, so it's probably being used by some of the crafters. I'll give you some extra. I'll give you a gold piece for it. Probably 50 plus if you can steal some high ranking ones.
You mentioned machines. Like, what exactly would you be giving us machine-wise if we were to complete both of these?
Let me look. She'll kind of dig around. Well, I can definitely fuck around with one of those items, give it something cool, like a weapon. I prefer messing with weapons than anything. I think I have some stuff you can put on your boots to make it go faster. I was also working on a custom weapon, and she'll produce it. Emmerich, you look at it. You instantly notice this, just due to the fact of you. This is classified as a sky blade, which is a special blade that is that has a very small Kalis crystal in it, surrounded by lead, making it almost weightless. You see, I've been messing around with this, and I put a little sky hook in it, so it's fucking dope as fuck. Anyway, she'll toss it and it'll just float over. I was also working on a improvement to the sky hooks. It's hip mounted, and it should work pretty well. I'm still working on it, but I have a prototype ready.
Riley, stop.
I think I might have something else if none of those interest you, but trust me when I say I'm a bit of a fucking genius.
Oh, mobility.
The first thing definitely sounds cool. Yeah.
So I believe the answer to your question was yes.
So y'all like it all? That sounds like you're doing both missions. That would save me a lot of headache, especially with the cannibals.
The cannibals should be the biggest challenge. As I said, I'm a professional pirate here.
Well,
Anyway,
just if you deal with the cannibals, please bring back some type of proof. I think she used to have a pendant or something. If you can just gank her and take it back, I'll accept that as proof. Or, you know, you can also bring her head. I don't really care.
I was about to say, how's about a head? That seems like the most direct, the proof.
Yeah, I would just ask you to fucking kill her, because I'm afraid if you put her in prison, she'll escape and, try and eat me, which is kind of not good.
Seems reasonable. Very well. Best we get to work then, boys.
Well, in that case, I wish you luck, and please get out of my lap.
Torvald, as we walk out, Torvald will just look at the rest of the party. Pleasant.
What a lovely lady.
well, she seemed like a pain in the ass.
As y'all leave, y'all hear 10 million locks, move on the door.
Not worried about security at all, is she?
No.
Oh, Torvald so badly wants to.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh god, no.
Do it for the memes. Come on.
Ready's lockpicks at the ready.
I wish you luck if you want to try that. It is a metal door.
Said anything about the door.
Buzz, we missed the truck. We're not aiming.
Alright, I have a question for everyone. Can y'all go to 9 or is 8 still cut off?
So it's 9 here, and that is my cutoff.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
9 CST, so 1 more hour.
No. I have to go.
I can, but
No,
I have a few other things I would like to get done. So.
okay.
I am barely functional to the point of I need to rely on other people to do stuff, and I will back them up.
Alright, in that case, we'll go ahead and end it here. Thank y'all for coming out. I'll see y'all in 2 weeks.
Thank you
for
for
sure. Thank you for running.